Welcome back to another episode of the Triple Ends. Do you remember the discontinued Samson? This is the next episode of what happened next. Stay tuned because we might make you answer questions.
Hi, my name is Michaella and today I'll be reading your guys' service. Okay, last week we studied the story of Samson, which I call him Samson. Like Samson, like the
It sounds like Samson.
Yeah, Samson. Yeah, like a phone. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the story. An angel came to his mother and told her that she would have a son. She was not to drink wine or to eat unclean meat.
Wait, what? Are you talking about the wine we drink at Holy Communion?
The people drink grape juice.
We're not talking about that. Some people drink wine. Are you talking about alcoholic wine? Not just like normal grape wine or
The alcoholic. She should not cut his hair. They named him Samson, and he was very strong.
Like how strong?
Very, very strong. You know, some people who are strong, they over-exercise that they end up showing their veins. And it's kind of funny. Okay, back to the story. Remember, Samson killed a lion with his bare hands. That's how strong he was. Without any armor, nothing, he was able to kill a lion. He fought a lot of people. Like, he just hit them, even killed them. And he fell in love with a woman. His parents didn't want him to. I can't say the rest, but yeah. Basically, it's saying he fell in love with the wrong lady. Samson was a judge for Israel for 20 years.
Imagine how old he would have been. Imagine that you're very strong and you're still like a Michaella. Imagine if you're 50 or
60. Some people are living in their 50s.
So you're trying to tell me that the first half, which was in your introduction, was talking about the things we learned last week. Okay, so then what about today?
Today's lesson is found in Judges 13 verse 16.
Judges 13 verse 16. Okay.
I'm not gonna say it. I want y'all guys to go read it. I'm serious. Okay, back to the story. We start the next chapter, and Samson was visiting a woman in Gaza. The Gazatees found out that Samson was in the city, and they decided to wait for Samson to leave. They were going to be very quick and kill Samson. In the morning, at midnight, Samson took the doors of the city gates and the 2 gate spots with the bare hands.
I could not do that. Carrying 2 gates with your bare hands. Imagine all the splinters you get on your hands.
I would cry.
Look at this, I even have this. Guys, this is what's going to happen to you if you actually do that to a wooden gate. Who will be delusional to do that?
Samson.
He needs a therapist.
Thank you. Okay. Put them on his shoulders and carried them to the top of the hill. He took the 2 gates bars and carried them on his 2 shoulders.
Don't you mean one? Or they put one on the other and one on the other? But then what if they fell like this on top of his head? Ew.
Okay, back to the story. Then Samson fell in love with Delilah. The Philistines' official approved Delilah to find out where Samson's strength came from. So many of us here know where Samson's strength comes from, but they wanted to know, the Philistines. They wanted to be able to control him and tie him up. Then told Delilah that each of them would give her 1,100 pieces of silver to do this. Delilah agreed and wanted to know
Why would you do that for money?
where Samson got his strength from. The first time Samson tells Delilah, "If they bind me with 7 fresh bowstrings, not yet dried, then I will become weak and be like any other man." So Delilah tied him up with the 7 fresh bowstrings, and the men were waiting in the room. She said, "The Philistines are here, Samson." But Samson broke the bowstrings, and they didn't know how Samson was so strong. Delilah came to Samson again.
I think these soldiers were stalkers, watching everything he does,
and told him to quit making fun of her. She said, "No more lies. Tell me your strength, Samson." Told her that if they bind me securely with new ropes that have never been used, then I shall become weak and be like any other man.
Isn't this a Christian guy? Why doesn't he say, "No, go away from me and don't tell her the strength and tell the truth, Because now he's lying. We're not supposed to do that.
The men were waiting, and after Delilah tied up Samson with new ropes, she said, "The Philistines are here, Samson." Samson broke those ropes. Again, Delilah told Samson to stop making fun of her and tell her.
So now he's going to be breaking everything that costs money. Everything. I'll be like super mad. Breaking all of those ropes.
Imagine. He was so strong. Samson told her, "If you weave the 7 locks of my head into the web of the loom." So, of course, that is what she did. And when she said, "The Philistines are here, Samson," he woke up and still had his strength. Every day Delilah complained to Samson that if he loved her, why didn't he tell her the answer? He became so tired of it that he finally told her that if he ever shaved his head, he would...
Now you're thinking of being
He would be strong. He would not be strong anymore. Samson fell asleep on Delilah's knees, and she called in the Philistines' official. After Samson's 7 locks of hair were cut off, and he woke up, He didn't have the strength to fight off the men. Frozen shackles on him and made Samson be a grinder in the prison.
It's not blender, it's grinder.
Yeah, grinder. But Samson's hair started to grow back. The Philistines officials gathered together to celebrate the capture of Samson.
So first you're taking out a man's eyeballs, then you're making them work for you. Why didn't you just kill him at the spot? You know, it's kind of dumb.
Very. They brought Samson from prison to perform for them. Remember, Samson is blind, and he asked the boy that was guiding him to let him feel the support pillars of the temple. Samson said he wanted to lean on them just for a bit.
Have you forgotten he has strength?
There were about 3,000 men and women on the roof.
On the roof?
They wanted to watch Samson put on a show for them. Samson prayed to God to have the strength to take the vengeance on the people that took his eyes.
So he wanted to take revenge? So now I didn't know that Samson could dance.
There were 2 pillars in the middle that were the supports, and Samson put a hand on each of them. Samson asked God to let him die with the Philistines. Imagine, after everything they'd done, he still offered to die with them. Samson used all his strength to push the pillars, and the temple fell down. On top of everyone died, and there were more people killed here than he killed his whole life. The end.
Wow. I have so many questions to ask you. Number 1, I didn't know that Samson could dance. Number 2, this story was supposed to be a happy story, but then it became sad. And with depression.
And until next time,
remember to study. Bye.
And don't forget to subscribe. Ciao.
What about like?
Yeah, also like.
Okay, now it's a bye.